Well, hello there, YouTube. My name's GalaWOTs, and today I'm hyped. I'm happy because, as you probably have seen at the title of this video, it is the final round from Road to T55A, and there's only really one thing that can be, and that is the final mission before I manage to get the T55A. And actually, once again, I it was a game where I played with my friend Emerson14, and he is actually gonna help me out getting my mission, and if it hadn't been for him I probably wouldn't have gotten it anyway. But let's see how we do it. And it's actually pretty funny because I managed to get my T55A's final mission in the T54, so it's like its brother, but except the T55A is German, which is a little weird, but it was a gift from the Russians to the Germans at some point, and I don't really know why, but that's how it is, okay? Deal with it. And I have no idea about what this bulldog was thinking, but you don't survive that. Oh yeah, and I guess I forgotten to tell you what the mission is. I have to kill 2 enemy tank destroyers, at least 1 tie higher than my own tank. So that means there's only 2 tanks on the enemy team I can do this mission with. It's the Jagdpanzer auf E100 and the Waffenträger auf E100, so I have to kill those 2. And the problem with this mission is also that often they, as soon as they get spotted, they often die fast, tank destroyers. It's of course not the fact with the Jagdpanzer auf E100, but with the Waffenträger auf E100, it's normally like, if it gets spotted, it's probably gonna die. And I am gonna be firing some gold ammunition at points where I probably didn't need it, but I really didn't think about that in this game. I just... wow. So right now I was fucking around over here, and I was thinking, well, those 2 tank destroyers still have a lot of health left, but if I don't go over there at least now, they might die really fast and I'm not gonna get any of them. So I was coming over here. The Jagdpanzer didn't die in the meantime, which is nice, beginning taking a lot of damage. And I come out, boom, put a lucky shot into the top of his tank, and my friend puts a shot into him. No, I put a shot into him, and then, oh, can we get it? Can we get the kill? Come on, lower plate, yes, the first one is home, and over there we have the Waffenträger. And now I make a giant mistake. I stop here. No, wait, where do I stop? I stop here to ask my team if they will help me with this mission, and I'm saying it in the chat right now. And I'm holding in front of a lot of tanks over in the other ridge line who's firing me in the side, so I just lost 700 hit points that I really didn't need to lose. And I'm just trying to put some shots into these guys, but they don't really come anywhere near him. And there we have the Waffenträger. Can I hit him? Can we hit him from here? Let me see. We fire through the wall and we just snapshot here. And as the same, our friend does that too. And oh my god. Oh, I can just tell you, my hand was shaking at this point. I was totally shaking because we have to win. We have to kill 2 enemy tank destroyers, at least 1 tie higher than myself. I have to survive, and I have to do 2000 damage. And until now, I have done everything. I'm still alive. I've done 2076 damage. I've gotten the 2 kills, and we are going to win. My hand was just shaking in the second where I fired at that Waffenträger. It was incredible, and I'm just trying to get into cover, even though I know that T49 is never gonna catch me. Nor the Jagdtiger. I just need to be safe, because if you saw the replay I had with my Cromwell where I fucked that up, I tell you, I hated myself, and I don't want to do that again. So let's go take a look at the... No, we're actually not gonna take a look at the result screen, because we don't need to, because we know we have done our mission. So let's get to the garage. And here we go. Look at this sexy beast. I mean, oh god. When I saw this in my garage, I was happy. But actually at first when I came out of the video, I went out of the replay, there was no notification that told me that I had gotten it. So I was not really sure if I actually had gotten it, but it was right here. And as you can see, I have been doing pretty well in it right now. I'm doing the meaning by this stat is the normal is 1.00, so that means I'm doing 77% more than the average person in this vehicle. And I have 61% win rate and 2,543 base damage, or average damage in this Tier 9 German medium tank, so that is exactly 700 more than in my T54, and I wouldn't say I was doing bad in that tank, so until now I'm not doing all wrong in it. And as you can see, this video is still gonna be another replay in this video, so let's get right to it, and it is gameplay from the T55A. And here we go. So we are in a pretty good matchup with only actually 4 Tier 9 tanks on the enemy team and 5 on ours, and a lot of Tier 8 and 7 tanks below that. And this is a pretty nice matchup for this tank, especially on a mid to long range map like Sand River, isn't that what it's called? Yes, Sand River. And we are attacking, that's how I like it. But this tank doesn't have very good gun depression, just like T54. Not bad, but really not good, so it's hard to get shots on enemy tanks. And I believe I played 20 rounds or something in my T55A, and this was the 10th, the 11th, something like that. And it is the best round I've had at it yet. Actually, something else I found in it, because its penetration is only 201, just like the T54, it is of course really nice when you are top tier, because then it can go through nearly everything it meets and just totally DPM it to death. But as soon as you get up against maybe some of the Tier 9 heavy tanks and a lot of the Tier 10 tank destroyers, medium tanks and heavy tanks, its penetration is not that good anymore, especially not against the heavies. So you're gonna have some problems going through their armor, just like I had actually problems going through a 3090. He was firing HE, and I don't really know what's wrong with him, but you don't fire HE in a 3090. I mean, what? But anyway, this is the best round I managed to get yet, and I would say it's nothing spectacular, really. It's not that amazing of a game, but it is quite a good round, and I'm happy that I got it so early in the T55A, because I thought it was gonna be really hard to play this tank better than the average in it, because it's only really good players who manage to get T55A. It's just, I mean, you don't see many with lower than 1500 WN8 at least getting this tank, and it's not to hate on him, just you don't really see that. So it is, I thought those people who were playing it were doing really good, and they are, but I apparently do better than the average. And I just cannot hit the T29 hatch here. I mean, I didn't aim that good, but really? The shots are not going near the hatch. So, with 4 bounces on his turret, I move on. And I was certain they were gonna have some tank destroyers at the back, but apparently they didn't. He bounced on us. Around the corner, haha, now I gotcha. Track that guy. And he is focusing on the T34 too, so I can just keep him tracked. And he's gonna die in a couple of seconds, so it seems like him. Well, I mean, 201 millimeters of penetration is okay, but you can see it can even bounce on the side armor of an IS-3, so I mean, it's not fantastic at all. Like, example, the Centurion with 268 millimeters of penetration. I mean, it's not that good. But its DPM is it's really good, because you can see it right here because of a replay bug. But normally its reload speed is just around 6.6 seconds. And I believe that is better than on the T-54 as well. And then, of course, managed to miss as well. It is also just normal AP shells this tank fires. It's not AP shell like it is on some of the other Tier 9 and 10 medium tanks who fires AP shell as standard. This guy fires AP, so you have to lead the shots a little bit more than you have to do with like the Optic 140 or something, and it has fucked me over a couple of times. Like that shot on the 3090 right there, it would probably have hit in an Centurion or a 140 or something like that, because the shell just travels faster, but not in this tank. Ah, oh, hello, camping Panther 88. It's a good position we found you there, huh? Yeah. Mr. Camber Lord. But I'm not complaining. I mean, if he wants to be camping at the back and I can come up close and just destroy him, well, I'll take it. I was really afraid of just some tanks being here, but because I'd seen so many on the map spotted here, so I thought I was really just gonna get rushed and killed over here. Especially when the enemy team were leading 6-8. But it didn't happen. And then a T-30 just annihilates me with this guy. I can hit the hatch of this guy, of course, but his reload is long as hell, nearly 20 seconds, so I can just put 2 shells into him. And I am firing gold as well, because this is T-30. I mean, with normal AP pistols, you are not even sure you can go through his heads with normal shells. And you can also see, I don't even have. It doesn't show that I'm aiming at him when I'm aiming at his hatch. It doesn't make it the little thing around his tank. Normally it does when I hit him, so I was not really sure if there was some wall in the way or something, but I was hitting him every time. But you can see he's not getting highlighted when I shoot at him, which weirded me out a little bit, but we did manage to put 1100 damage into him, which is nice. Of course, it also cost us 700 health, which is not nice. I just auto-aimed that bitch, he's down. And we have now done 4000 damage and got 4 kills, which is enough for us to get the high caliber at least. And there are still 6 enemy tanks on the enemy team left, so let's go see if we can rack up some more kills. The STA-2, or the STA-1 actually, yes. It's also a much better tank than the STA-2. Received a giant shot, misses his shot, and I just, nope, boy, you ain't getting away from this one. Nada. Even though this tank doesn't have as good frontal armor as the T-54 has, it's still not bad at all. Hello, Pershing. Oh, I see a Top Gun. Well, there we go. And then, of course, we are on our way over here, and we run straight into the arty, because there's only 2 arties left and the VK4502B, and we one-shots the first arty, and there's the second one. And we put 1 shot into him while moving, and then he of course just locks out and completely wrecks our tank, which is not nice at all, of course not, but he did manage it. And I was pretty annoyed about that, because I really wanted the Radley just in one of my first games in the T-55A. That would really have been nice. And I'm sorry I forgot to take a screenshot of the result screen, and because it is a replay, I can't upload it anywhere and get the screenshots or anything, so we'll have to live with this. But this was a 5,600 damage game, because I hit 1 blind shot at some point. 5,600 damage game, 7 kills and a tank ace, high caliber and Top Gun round. So I was pretty happy about that, picking up the tank ace in my 10th or 11th round. I was really proud about that. So I mean, I guess we'll just go to the garage and finish this video off. So yeah, I think if you're ever gonna come around to pick up the T-55A, you're gonna be very happy, because this tank is one beast, I tell you, especially when it's top tier. It can do well in tier 10 games as well, and games with a lot of tier 9 heavy tanks, but I think the place where this guy shines, it is just against tier 8 and 7 tanks. He just will just pierce and destroy every single one of them, and it does not have very good frontal armor. 200 at the chart, which is pretty good, but only 100 here, and in that angle, I mean, that is like 185 millimeters of armor, which is not that good. So most tanks will go through this, unlike on the T-54, where it's a little figure, 120 millimeters. But it is. I I will totally recommend this tank, and it's not like you can just go ahead and pick it up, but you're gonna have to work for it. But I also hope you manage to get it at some point. I actually guess that was that for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I would like you to subscribe and like this video, and I hope to see you again. And I will be bringing you footage from the T-55A in the future. I hope, at least, because I think I'm gonna have some nice games in this guy in the future. And there's actually 3 nice things about me managed to pick this tank up. First thing, of course, I managed to get it, and I finally got the mission done that I had problems with in 2.5 months, which I just, at the end I thought it was gonna be impossible to get that mission done, but it finally happened, and I can start grinding for the Object 260. It's gonna take a long time for me to get it, if I ever even get it, but just for doing the missions you get unreal consumables and money and everything. It's just for doing some of the simpler missions you can get thousands, even millions of credits just for. Look at this. Cause damage to an enemy vehicle at least 8 times by shooting them in a medium tank. It's medium tank number 10 for the Object 260, and destroy 4 enemy vehicles for secondary condition. That you get 7 automatic fire extinguisher, 7 large repair kit, and 7 large first aid kits, which is worth about 450,000 or something like that. And plus, if you do secondary too, you get 200,000 from that. So you just get some sick and nasty prices for doing some pretty simple missions. Well, I'm not supposed to be around here and rambling, but I'm just so happy about getting this tank. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.